The animator of 2 Worlds, 12-year-old Myra Lau sat hunched over her sketchbook, the soft glow of her desk lamp spreading warmth over stacks of pencils, markers, and half-finished drawings. Outside, the rain hammered against the window in steady rhythm. But Myra didn't hear any of it. She was too busy finishing her newest character, a small fox with bright eyes and a scarf that fluttered in imaginary wind. "There," she whispered, adding the final shading to its tail. "You're perfect, Kip." As she admired her work, her pencil suddenly twitched. Then the page rippled like a pond disturbed by a single drop. Myra blinked. The sketchbook pulsed again, brighter this time. Before she could react, a swirl of colorful light exploded from the paper, wrapping around her like a ribbon. Then she was falling. Chapter 1. The Animation Kingdom. Myra landed on soft grass that shimmered like watercolor. When she lifted her head, she gasped. Rolling hills made of pastel brushstrokes, trees inked in bold outlines, birds that bobbed like stop-motion puppets, and floating overhead, the sky shifted between pallid sunset oranges, blending into deep blues as if someone were painting it in real time. "Where am I?" A rustle behind her. Myra turned, and there stood Kip, the tiny fox she'd drawn only moments ago. Except now, he wasn't pencil lines. He was fully alive, breathing, blinking, stretching his scarf with tiny paws. "You made it," he barked happily. "I've been waiting for you, Myra. You know my name." "Yes. You're my animator." Myra's heart raced. "How are you talking? How are you alive?" Kip tilted his head. "Because you brought me to life. You're in the animation kingdom now, the realm where every drawing, sketch, and idea becomes real." Chapter 2. The Gift. As Myra followed Kip through the kingdom, she noticed the world bustling with characters of every style imaginable. Blocky pixel knights sparring with glitchy swords, smooth 3D dragons soaring overhead, 2D villagers carting buckets of paint instead of water, tiny chibi sprites chasing glowing speech bubbles. Kip finally led her to a shimmering fountain overflowing with liquid color. "The ink spring," he explained. "It's the heart of the kingdom. It's where new ideas are given form. When you touch your sketchbook during the storm, it sensed your creativity and chose you." "Chose me for what?" Myra asked. Kip smiled. "To be a creator. Someone who can draw things into existence." "And we need you." Myra shivered. "Why? What's happening?" Chapter 3. The Eraser King. A shadow fell across the colorful valley. Kip's ears flattened. "He's happening." In the distance, Myra saw darkness spreading, patches of land turning gray, lines melting away, colors draining like spilled watercolor. "The Eraser King," Kip whispered. "A corrupted character who wants to wipe the kingdom clean and restart it in his image. He's stealing the colors, erasing stories, and he's growing stronger." Myra swallowed hard. "And you think I can stop him?" "You don't just draw," Kip said. "You believe." "That's the magic. Whatever you imagine becomes real." Chapter 4. Myra creates. The shadow of the Eraser King began creeping closer. Myra's hands trembled. "I'm not a hero," she whispered. "But you're an artist," Kip reminded her. "And art changes worlds." Myra pulled her pencil from her pocket. It glowed with new power. She knelt by the ground and sketched. Bold lines, sweeping shapes, furious motion. The earth beneath her lit up, and from her drawing rose a massive guardian made of colored light. A lion formed from swirling ribbons of paint. It roared, sending shockwaves of color rushing outward, pushing back the creeping gray. Myra gasped. "I drew that, and you can draw more," Kip said proudly. "Your imagination is our hope." Chapter 5. Battle of Creativity. The Eraser King appeared tall and sharp, made of cracked graphite and shadows. His voice scraped like a worn-out pencil. "All things fade. All stories end." With a wave of his hand, he sent sweeping eraser marks across the field. Myra's line dissolved into floating shavings. "No!" Myra cried. She grabbed her pencil and sketched faster stars, shields, sparks, anything her mind could conjure. But the Eraser King wiped each away with a cruel swipe. "You can't draw fast enough," he taunted. Myra froze. He was right. Until she heard a small voice. "Myra, breathe." Kip nudged her hand gently. "Draw with your heart, not your fear." Myra closed her eyes. Then she drew the one thing she always drew when she needed comfort. Her mother's hands guiding hers across a page. Light surged from the drawing, warm, bright, soothing. The Eraser King stumbled back as the light wrapped around him, softening his cracked graphite exterior, healing him. He let out a shaky breath. "I remember now." And he dissolved not into nothingness, but into color, finally free from his broken form. Chapter 6. Home again. The kingdom's colors returned, brighter than ever. Characters cheered. Paint streams flowed freely again.
The sky shimmered with fresh pellets.
Kip turned to Myra, eyes gentle. You saved us. Myra smiled.
We saved each other. A glowing portal opened at her feet.
It's time to go home, Kip said. Myra knelt, hugging him.
Will I ever come back? Creators always find their way back. With a final wave, Myra stepped into the portal and woke up at her desk, pencil still in her hand, her drawing of Kip unchanged.
Except
a tiny painted paw print marked the corner of the page. Myra grinned.
the animation kingdom was real, and her story was only beginning.